What's going on, YouTube? Give it a minute or two for everyone to join in here. Hopefully everyone had a good Halloween. I took the kids out tonight, so we walked around the neighborhood. It was kind of cold. It's 32 now, but it was probably 40, maybe 45. So it was kind of cold getting the kids walking around the houses, getting some candy, which I'm probably going to end up eating all of it. Hopefully everyone else had a good Halloween. Donna's here. Hey, Four Oaks. Margot. Demir. What's going on, everybody? Hopefully everyone else got candy. We didn't really hand out any candy because we took both. My wife and I walked around the neighborhood, took the dog too. So it was a family affair. Today was a slower day than yesterday. I'll give you that. Oh, Adam, the ghost emoji. Nice. Left Hook Larry, how you doing? Yeah, today was a slower day. I only had 2 sales today. Everybody was too busy getting ready for Halloween, I guess. So the lens I sold last night, I added insurance for $350, and I added signature to it. So I think total shipping was $19. But if you think about percentage of items or percentage of price to risk, I kind of said, you know what, I'll add the extra $6 and chance it. Donna sold a shirt. Nice. So I shipped out all that stuff today. I sold this Wii U game, my Splatoon game. I got one of the lots. I was not able to test it, but looking at the back, it looked, I mean, there's no scratches. It looked pretty good. So sold that. Hey, Tyler, Gemma. I sold the other thing I sold was one of those landline cordless phones. I sold that for, I think, 17. So total sales dollars does not come close to what happened yesterday. So going back to kind of what I wanted to talk about tonight, and oh, sorry, it looks like Larry sold 150 yesterday, 0 today. Yeah. So it looks like today everyone was too busy with Halloween. So hopefully you guys in the chat can weigh in as well, but kind of want to walk through a couple items that so far in my journey and the journey that everyone else is here with us, what they've learned as they've done liquidation, and you know what they learned, what they failed at, and how they learned from it and benefited from it really. Oh, Four Oaks sold a Bluetooth barcode scanner. Demir got a special invite from Liquidation to visit them. Awesome, that's cool. Jim has sold a vintage Simon game and Uno game. There you go. So as you think about, you know, if you're just starting or if you've been in it for a while, you've learned some things that you didn't know yesterday or you didn't know 2 months ago. And I've learned from not only doing it, but, you know, from all of you guys, all the stuff you bring to the chat and channel, all the other YouTubers, all Facebook group. So it's definitely helped. So I want to say, really the first thing is items, right? So as you start looking at lots and you kind of figure out what you want to sell and what liquidator or wholesaler has what you want to buy, you really start looking at items and you start learning items. So, I mean, you start looking at, okay, here's what I know can sell based on my channel. So is it Amazon, eBay? Is it local? You start understanding, okay, these are my items that are going to sell. So for example, sorry, I know that video games will sell well. This is my example, right? So if my video games are going to sell well, I'm going to start looking for video games on these categories or searching using the search box. So learning the items and learning the prices of those items, really that helps. So now when you go to look at those sites like liquidation.com, you can, it doesn't take as long to find things that you know will sell. Because when you start off, you're like, I don't know what to even look for. I don't know what will sell. I don't know what's the price. So learning that stuff, hey, William, learning that stuff's pretty helpful. So Demir, it looks like Sundance Smith. Nice. Now, is that out of Indiana or is it out of Vegas? So yeah, learning items. So now when I go to liquidation, or I go to Blue Lots, or I go to um, different types of sites, or even seeing stuff pop up in the PS101 group, I know exactly to say, okay, yeah, I want to touch that, or yeah, I don't. Like I know now, Joy-Con controllers, camera lenses. I'm trying to think what else. Apple products. Basically, my electronics area or tools lots, I know exactly what to get, and that's kind of, and learning the prices and what I can get for them makes it a lot easier for me to bid on stuff. And I know exactly at what price point that I know I'm going to stop bidding on those lots, because I know this lot's going to be a loser, and I let it go. Whereas when I started, I kind of was guessing at what I thought it would sell for. Now that I've done all the research and I've actually went and experienced it, I know what money I can get back from it. So it makes the flip a lot easier, and it makes the buy a lot easier. So learning your items is really the thing I learned from as I've been doing it. Nick, you've been killing it on the OfferUp and LetGo apps. Nice. What state are you located in, Nick? I'm just curious. Because out in Ohio, I mean, for electronics on those apps, for me, I can't sell them. Demir had to make a dispute on one of the 5 lots he received. Okay. Was it missing items, or was majority of it busted? So yeah. So learning, Florida. Okay. Yeah, in Ohio, I don't know if it's just what I'm selling, but I'm not getting. Now, if I had furniture, maybe I'd do better, but I don't know. So that brings in my next point, kind of, let's see, I was looking at a lot of lots and a lower value in office products lowers value. Yeah, office products kind of been, depending on what it is, it's been making it interesting, but there's still a lot of gems in those lots that have office products. Like you saw the lot I had with the 90 Post-it notes. That one item in there, even though it was a low value, I bought it for super cheap. I paid for the whole box and some, and I made a profit on it. So yes, it does lower the lot, but if you find the right one, you can make a profit on it easily. Like that one I saw that I showed you last night. Again, it had home office products, but it had my Xbox Elite controllers in it. Whenever I purchase these controllers, it's what I buy for the lot is super high. Like I won't get one of these in a lot for about $250 to $300. I happen to get the whole lot for $200. I forget what it was, and I got 2 of them. So I guess you got to just be a little more selective, or yeah, some of them are going to be cheaper than the others, depending on what's in there. Demir said 2 items were missing. Wrong item in the box, broken completely. Mostly home goods and antique items was what Nick sells locally. Benji, how you doing? No wrench tonight, huh? Yeah. Donna, I did not. I need to. You did message me, I believe. I haven't looked at it yet. I'll send it out tomorrow, and I'll throw some post-it notes in there for you. Sorry about that. I just got busy, and I need to look for your address when what you sent it to me. So that leads to another point of learning of where you're going to sell your items. So you might think, okay, I'm going to do eBay, I'm going to do Amazon, I'm going to do local. So kind of what items you pick and where you sell them will determine not only price, but how quick you'll move them. So if I put, for me, now I'm going to speak from experience of my local area. If I want to get, a broken pair of headphones and get $70 off of them, I doubt I will ever move them on a local app. But I know that I can move them on eBay, and I would never put them on FBA as broken. So learning the channels that you can sell your items, that helps a ton in knowing how much risk you can take and how long you're going to get your money back. So learning your selling channel is key, because then learning how to manipulate that channel helps in getting rid of that product. So learning on eBay for me is learning how to list items, how to list them to get more in my favor or more in the seller's favor. So for example, when I sell broken items, I know to list as, I can list it as either parts not working or as used or new, depending on what it looks like, new other. So having experience to setting it up wrong and learning from that, I know here's what I can do it for and here's how I can set it up. So for example, I learned, I told you about my case the other day where the buyer opened a return but didn't ship it back in time, and eBay closed the case in my favor. Well, I called eBay last night just to double check, and they said I could either keep the item because the buyer didn't adhere to their policy, and they notated the listing that if I got negative feedback or the buyer tried to message me or give me trouble, they would cover me. Adam says, has the baby item sales picked up? No, they have not, and I've only lowered it, I think, $1.50. So I might lower it again. But I have a ton of watchers on it. Watchers don't mean anything. So I'm getting a little more activity on them, but I haven't moved one since the last one I sold locally this past weekend. So yeah, so learning the systems now. I mean, eBay's my forte. So learning now, when I first started, I listed everything as auction. And for electronics and some of the items, I mean, some of the items, if I start at an auction, let's say Ring Wi-Fi doorbell, if I start that at an auction, I know I can get bids on that all day. But if I start, make something up. If I start, these headphones as an auction, I might not necessarily get any bids or get the price I want because it's a longer tail item. So learning that for me, buy it now, I can anticipate the price I want to get, so I know I'm going to get the price I want. Whereas I don't have to spend the money and do reserves on auctions. I can just leave it up as a buy it now. Demir, no, the buyer did ship it back, but he shipped it back after the case was closed, way after the case was closed, that he didn't ship the item within 5 business days of when he opened the return, he or she, I should say. Yeah, so I got the item back, and there's no way for me to even click refund on the case if I wanted to. But I mean, given the time I invested and calling the buyer, or calling eBay, getting it all sorted out, getting it closed, working with the buyer, I even messaged the buyer to say, hey, what can I do for you? I'll send a return, and he never messaged me back until he messaged me back 2 days ago. So it's been over a month. So buy it now versus auction. Buy it now works for me. I know the prices I want to get out of it. If I want to control the price or give a little leeway to it, I'll do best offer, and I'll open that up. I mean, learning how cases work, learning to close the returns, learning to, how to do sell similar versus relist, messing with the quantities, feedback revisions. So learning how the system works and learning the little nuances of that's helped a ton. Helping me move product. But I mean, that's all come with, I fell on my face plenty of times. I think my first return I ever did, I had the wrong return address in there and I didn't realize it. And the buyer shipped it back. It said delivered, and I never realized, I never even confirmed this anyway, but I never realized that it would show received back by me, but it wasn't at my house. So the buyer opened a case against me. eBay sided with them, and they deducted the $1, and I was out of product. So learning that and learning the delivery back to the tracking and all that, and how that plays in the buyer and seller, and then how returns work. I mean, I fell on my face multiple times. So learning those got me to learn the system, and falling on my face helped me. And I mean, do you guys have examples of learning after failure? That helps. I mean, it's as long as you don't fall too many times, that's a good thing. As long as you learn from the first or second time, you'll be good. Benji the only thing I've sold in the last 2 weeks was an auction. So auction for me is kind of tough. I rarely do auctions anymore. I will auction stuff that's busted that I haven't sold in a while, cheap stuff. just because I can control the price and I don't have to put a reserve on it. Or yeah, exactly. So if I know I want a certain item and I don't want to release a $200 item for $100, I have to put a reserve on that. And I feel a reserve gives the notion to other buyers that they don't want to bid just because there's a reserve on it. I don't like reserves when I'm buying, so why would other buyers want reserves? So when I first started, I had a ton of auctions expiring every 7 days, and it was eating up my listings. It was a lot of work for me to manage that. So the buy it now was it good till canceled. I can just leave it up there. They shipped it back to my. So Demir says, you see, they shipped the item back to me 7 days after 5 days, and eBay still closed the case in the buyer favor. See, I don't know why they did that. That's crazy. Did you call first, or did the seller call first, or the buyer call first? I'm sorry. Gail asked, can you get PayPal to give him a refund? Maybe he can, but I have a case number. I had the eBay person notate it. So eBay put everything on the listing and on my notes that covers me. I was in the profs chat tonight and someone suggested doing 5 low-priced auctions every day to increase store sales. If you have a store, you get free auctions anyway. So Adam, I think you only get free auctions in certain categories. And I thought that, I think I talked with Monica last night about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think for like clothing, you get free auctions, sports memorabilia. It's in, I'll have to pull it up. But I think you get only certain listings get free. TCG Town says, I just start auctions at the minimum I want. That's true too. That's another way you can do it. So if I had a doorbell camera and I know I wanted 150 bucks, I could start the auction at 150 or 100 and hope it gets to 150. But yeah, that's a good point. You could do that as well. But the only problem is with my issue, and I don't know if anyone else has a lot of listings, but if I had 100 and 200 listings ending continuously for me to manage to go in and relist them all, that would take a lot of my time unless someone else has a better idea of how they do that. Yeah, specific areas are free. Yeah, electronics are not free on auctions, which sucks. Demir says, I called and they closed the case in my favor, and after I guess the buyer called and eBay closed the case in their favor. That's weird. Yeah. That's really weird they did that. The other thing I could say, you know, learning on both sides of the buying and the selling for liquidation is shipping. Shipping is a large expense. And as you go forward and understand, okay, here's what my shipping costs are going to be, and here's how I can ship it. So you have all the options of first class mail, medium mail. Obviously, there's restrictions to some of these, but you start learning the restrictions and you start learning the costs of what those are. First class, medium mail, priority, flat rate boxes, or padded envelopes, and regional boxes. So when I first started, I knew nothing about regional boxes. Now, having learned the regional boxes, those help me. Just because my heavier small items, going to like California and the West Coast, having to ship those priority, I save money using those regional boxes. And learning the weights of things. So for example, as you start buying and selling certain types of items, you start learning kind of the weight of things. Now I do have a scale right over there. So if I have a guess of what I think something weighs, so for example, having sold this before, I know it's over a pound. And with the one that has the box, it's gonna be over a pound. And I know what type of box it'll fit in. So when I list this and I look at the price, I know that, okay, I might list this for 100 bucks, but I'm going to eat at least $10 in shipping. Just as an example, and it could be $6 if I ship to Illinois or East Coast. But kind of learning, getting a feel for the weights versus the priority shipping versus first class for me, learning those prices has helped. So region A and region B, that's a great question. Now, I posted something on my website. I put something on my blog about it, and I keep forgetting. I know for me in Ohio, regional A is cheaper than regional B. I think there's weight differences between the two. Regional A versus regional B. I'll just tell you right now. So for me, regional A is the way to go. Always for me. So let's see here. I just want to make sure I clarify you guys. So there's two types of boxes. There's a side load box and there's a top load box. Dimensions are a little different. Looks like, so what I'm seeing here is regional A is the 15-pound max weight. Regional B is 20 pounds max weight. And I'm wondering, I think there's zones. So it's different zones for each regional boxes, zones and distance. I'm trying to say that's not, the zone really doesn't help. But for me, when I would recommend, and I'll try and get a better answer if someone else has a better answer for this. But having learned from what I did, so let's see. Regional A and padded flat rate are my most used supplies. Yes, padded flat rate has helped a ton. A lot of these electronics are a little heavier, and the regional padded flat rate, not regional, the flat rate padded envelopes have helped. Monica says sometimes you have to decide if you're willing to hold on to something to get what you know it's worth and just wait for the buyer, or do you want to get rid of it fast enough and make a little profit? Yeah, so there's some things that I've made profit on, that liquidation lot. I'll lower the price to get rid of it. Whereas if it's one of the top 5 items, I'll sit on it for that price. I know I can get $100 for it. I'm going to sit on it. And I'm going to sit on it even longer if I made my profit. But with electronics, you have the ebb and flow of price. As an example, I sold a Pokemon Go bracelet, the one that Bluetooth. During Christmas time last year, I sold it for $80. Well, in the summer, I sold one for $35. So learning that ebb and flow of cost too on electronics helps. Regional B is a bigger box. Yes, regional B is bigger, more max weight. Regional A is about 2 pound. Regional A is about 2 pound regional rate, and regional B is about 5 pound. I'm assuming that's of priority. Yeah, you can. So Demir, you can send any package, regional A or B. Depending on where you are, the price is going to be a little different. So, for example, when I ship, I go to compare prices. When I know something's heavy, so for example, let's do this. When I know this is heavy, I click ship now, and I go to compare listings right above the USPS option on my shipping page. Once you hit compare listings, change your price, change your weight at the bottom. Once you have the weight right, it'll show you, okay, priority is going to be 663. Your regional A is going to be 663. So it'll tell you regional A or B. For me, regional B is always higher than A. And I'm not sure why. I need to get a little more versed in that. But I just know always price out your regional A versus your priority boxes. The only reason why I wouldn't choose the regional A is if it couldn't fit in the box, and I'll have to ship a priority. Regional A's also allow you to pack more securely because they're flat rate up to 15 pounds. Yes, I agree. And regional A's are awesome when the locations are right. Yes, so check. So I just sent that camera lens. If I didn't add signature and I didn't add signature and insurance to it, I could have shipped that 2 pound box to California from Ohio for, I think it was $9. Whereas if I shipped a priority without the regional box, it would have been $14 right off the bat without all the extras. Postage is based on where it is sent, correct. The various zones, that's what's confusing to me. Yeah, Adam, so based on the zones and distances, if you look it up, for example, your zone 1 from where you're located is within a 50-mile radius of the point of origination. Zone 2 is between 51 and 150. So your zone levels depend on the origin. And then based on how far the radius is, if it's zones 1 through 8. But when I look at this, I never think of the zones. I just click compare. I know the weight. I know it'll fit. And I'll select regional A. And a lot of the time, if a priority, if it can fit in a priority box or regional A box, and it's about the same price, regional A is a little, for me, is about 20 cents higher. And I think they're saving their costs on the box. I just eat the 20 cents just because I don't want to find a box that those little regional A's are pretty nice in terms of shape and size. I'll just use that all day, and I'll pay the 20 cents. I mean, I'm sure they're covering their costs and giving us the boxes, but me going in the garage and trying to find that small of boxes, I'd rather just eat it and put it in a box for free. Well, for free is relative, but yeah, let's see. Whoops, skipped a bunch. What exactly my confusion to Wolf? What I miss? Chris, I think the confusion in regional is people think it can only ship to certain areas. No. If it fits, it ships in any one of those boxes to any state. Your price is going to be different between A and B versus where you are. Price check both A and B. What I did is when I learned about regional boxes is I ordered both. I ordered both. I ordered all four. So I did regional A front and top and side load boxes, and I did regional B top and side load boxes. So I ordered both sets. Both sets of those. And as I learned which one worked better for me, I knew A worked better for me, so I always order A in. I just got a free shipment of A boxes, 25 A boxes for free. And Demir, yes, you are correct. I paid a ton before I learned about those. Is the insurance the same on regional A as a priority flat rate? I am not positive. I would have to look that up. Yeah, so Four Oaks, you are correct. The shoebox, I've never gotten those. I have those in stock because I have a little couple shoes up, but they do make a shoebox that you can order as well. In my listings, I show priority with an accurate weight unless I know it fits in a padded flat rate. Then it goes A, then I make a little extra. All USPS boxes are free. Regional rate is still priority, so insurance. That's what I was guessing. I just want to make someone else verify. TCG's Town says regional rate is still priority, so insurance is the same as if you were shipping a priority. So that's if you want to know about insurance, yes, they're the same. I also like the cube boxes too. Yeah, the cube boxes are pretty cool. I received one of those on return. I reused it priority, so those are good. So yeah, the shipping, I mean, the shipping can eat you alive if you don't know what you're doing. I read a comment on Facebook. I forget what group it was. Someone was shipping every item they got priority. Every item they sold, they shipped it priority. They never knew about first class. They never knew about regional boxes or padded flat rate envelopes. So they said they were getting eaten alive. And the other good thing is about those regionals and those flat rates, it's the weight doesn't matter. And a lot of these things, I mean, some of them are real small and they're real heavy. And if I get a real small heavy item, like a couple tool items I had, it goes in a padded flat rate all day. So I make sure to order them early. If you're ordering USPS items, I just got my 25 lot box. I ordered in September. So make sure to order them prior to running out. Four Oaks uses the big cube for the big headphone boxes. Yes. Now I've ordered, I think a 12 by 8 by 6. I have a link down below for a big box I order. They fit all my large headphone boxes, the headphone boxes that are probably that big. They fit 12 by 8 by 6. They fit perfectly. And they don't have any oversized restrictions on them. I don't even put in the dimensions. I just put in the weight, and it goes priority. They're pretty, I mean, they're decent. I think they're 25 boxes for $23. I use them rarely, but they help. And they're pretty light too. So you can order some boxes that are heavy. These ones are pretty good. So I save those for my headphone lots. I'm going to give an example. So let's look at this one. So this one's pretty heavy. A lot of times the side load is good for these boxes that are kind of thin. So usually I can slip them in there and it'll still close even though it bulges a little bit. So that's what's good about those regional side loads. They pop out and you can still ship them, at least for me. I've never had issues with that. Some sellers don't know if you print postage through eBay, you get up to 15. Yeah. So if you ship through eBay, you can get 15.9 ounces as opposed to 13 ounces at the post office. Yes. That's the other thing. Yeah. Print all your postage through eBay at home. That is a big help. And you can ship up to 16 ounces. So you can select 16 ounces, and I believe first class is $4.30. That helps a ton. All my phones I ship, the one I'm gonna ship tonight, it's about 16 ounces in a padded flat rate or a padded envelope. So I can ship that for $4.30, and I make like $11 all said and done. Left hook Larry is a thermal printer worth the cost. Now I have a link down below of the exact one I have, and it has been the best lifesaver ever. So it prints out. I mean, it prints out right down to a little plastic sheet. You never have to buy ink. You just have to clean it. There's a little thing they give you, and you clean it. But never buy ink. And think about the savings you have. You don't have to buy ink, and you don't have to use your packing tape to tape the label on. It's on a sticky, and you just stick it right on your package. So the tape savings and the time savings. So think about, I'd print it off on a printer paper. I'd cut it out, right? So I'm spending all that time waiting for it to come out, and I have to cut it. Then I have to kind of gently lay it on the thing, and then I have to tape it all down so it doesn't get wet or peel off. So doing that takes me, let's just say 3 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes, right? With these, it prints out, I rip it off, I tear the sticky off the back, and I slap it on, and that's it. Yeah, I think I have the Dymo 450. I'm trying to see which one I have below. I have the link down below if anyone's interested. I didn't buy the XL. I just bought the regular one. And I think there is a good deal on Amazon for it. Let me look up real fast. It has saved me a ton of time and money. That is a great point. I would definitely recommend that. So right now they have the 450 Turbo at $64. I'm trying to think what I got mine for, but it's well worth the money. If I had to buy mine at $65, I would. $65, I would definitely do that. Staples has a lifetime guarantee on Dymo 450. Oh, that's great to know. Yeah, so I bought a 10-pack of paper, 10-pack rolls when I bought the Dymo with it. And I'm just running out of my 10th roll, and I probably bought it last year. It lasted me a whole year. So it's been a lifesaver. And Monica, that's a good point. She got hers on eBay from a business that was closing. You can get them for pretty cheap if you look around. Adam's a good point. If you're doing FBA, the 4XL might be better. My link says 52. I'll check that out. FedEx labels. No, I think do I print FedEx labels on my Dymo? No, I don't. I think I've only used FedEx once or twice, just because I forget what I shipped. Oh, I shipped a big, heavy audio mixer. I printed out on a piece of paper. Four Oaks get its labels free from UPS. So are those the big labels you're talking about? Because for my little Dymo, it's about that big. And I don't think USPS, it comes in a roll. I'm not sure if UPS has those in a roll. Monica says, do you agree cough syrup tastes terrible? I like, what's it, NyQuil. Yeah, NyQuil's, other stuff's bad. If anyone remembers Triminic when they were little, that stuff was good. I love that stuff. Rolls for a zebra printer. Okay. What zebra printer do you have, Four Oaks? Yeah, so shipping is huge. I mean, we just opened the door on shipping, and having learned all this, I mean, even just what you guys put in the chat, I mean, that can help someone who doesn't know what they're doing in shipping. It could help them a ton. You know, learning what boxes things fit in, what boxes are free, how to tape. I mean, shipping's it could be a big headache, but once you learn it, I mean, you'll learn your cheaper options. So The big tip for me, I guess, is what I learned the most is your regional boxes. Look to order those. And as I forget who brought it up. I'm sorry, I forget who brought up the Dymo, the thermal. I think it was Left Hook Larry did. Invest in Dymo if you can. It definitely helps. Saves you time and money on ink. Just time. Hi, Laura. Sorry. All right, so shipping was my other one. I'm trying to look at what I wrote. Okay, and items. You know, not only learning the items and what they sell for and how to look for them on liquidation. So once you learn what you want and what you can sell, you can talk to people in the PS 101 group, talk to those suppliers and say, hey guys, you know, I love those Joy-Con controllers. Can you get me a shipment of Joy-Cons? Learning your items and what you're looking for save you a ton of time in sourcing. Not only learning the items and their price points, but also learning how to fix them and learning the price points of different conditions of product. So I would recommend as you're going through your items, okay, what can I sell this for busted? Can I fix it and sell it as used? Is the condition good enough for new other, or is the condition new? So I would say learning those 4 things will help you a ton, because I get a lot of people writing, hey, all my stuff's broken. I mean, there's some exceptions like Monica we talked about last night. I mean, there's just stuff beyond control, beyond repair, beyond selling. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about, okay, you get some returns that's missing a piece or the wire's disconnected. Someone didn't pair it correctly. Here, I'm going to give you an example. So, you know, some people don't know how to work things. So, for example, I have these wireless headphones, right? And I'm guessing someone didn't know how to pair them and use them because they work fine. Learning how to get these to pair each other and pair to your phone, I mean, that's invaluable. You can save time in not only testing, but helping someone else who buys them teach them how to use it. Because that's probably why a lot of these electronics are returned, because most people don't know how to work them and think they're busted. Or they don't have the device that they need to get it working. Or they bought the wrong model number. So learning the items and learning in what condition you're probably going to get them in on a returns lot helps a ton. Like those camera lenses, I have not had a broken one yet, so I'm wondering if they're just issues of people buying them and saying, hey, I bought the wrong model number, I'm going to return it. Or I bought 2 of the same item just to test them out, and I'm going to return this one. So certain items for me, I know I can buy, and I know the condition they'll come in. Demir had his dispute. You got a crazy box. And that's the other thing too, right? Learning what to do if your liquidation lot comes in all jacked up. Not only from liquidation.com, but from other sites. Learning how to open a dispute, learning how to, knowing even if you can dispute the stuff, right? So knowing I have to go to the website, take some pictures, how long I have to do it. So for example, liquidation, you know, you just have to read around and you have 2 days to open your lot to look through everything. And you have two days to open the case. So knowing your timings and what you can do, I mean, learning that's been invaluable. 4 Oaks has a Lenovo Active Pen and can't get to test it. Yeah, so there's a couple things that I got that were actually busted. So for example, the battery inside's dead, and I just know that I couldn't get it to work. So, or you get headphones, right? So you get those Bluetooth headphones like these. Oops, you get these, right? You plug them in and you see the little light come on. You're like, oh, it's great, it's perfect. Well, you got to power it on, and once you unplug it, it doesn't power. And the battery's probably not holding the charge. So learning those sort of things, learning when to test and when to throw it away versus when to sell it. That will determine your profitability or not. So those are some of the tips that I kind of think about as I've learned, as I've gone through and been buying, you know, just as you guys have, you know, Demir's to open a dispute. You know, he can get his computer stuff and get him fixing. Knowing what to look for and what won't be broken. Shipping's a big one. I mean, we could probably have another video of just shipping just to get everybody on the same page. Maybe we'll have a hangout with shipping and just kind of talk about options and what people learned. But yeah, shipping can be big. Resale channels are large. Once you start selling on the channel, there's so many other things to learn about. You know, returns, selling, pricing, fees, buyer, or how the buyers react, how to read about a buyer, how to read the feedback, how to look for different things. Once I started getting serious on selling on eBay, I never realized that people could buy product showing a U.S. address, but it's really a freight forwarding company that will ship it to Russia. And once you learn those addresses and you learn that, hey, my item really went down to Dominican Republic or went to Russia, if they try to open a return or they try to, you know, do something against me, all you have to do is send a return shipping label to where you shipped it, and eBay will cover you. So learning those sort of things, like I know by the address and I know the little numbers that they'll put in them, and what states usually that happens at. That's helped. Just knowing that where my product's going and what to expect. Adam, smash the like button. Thanks. Yeah, if you like it, you know. Oh, we got a dislike. Someone didn't like our channel. That was probably Monica. She did the wrong thumbs down and went thumbs up. What else do you guys have? Chris, did you go to the premium store? Good question. So I think I'm gonna wait till the 1st, November 1st, to do it. I'm not sure if that means anything. Oh, someone just hit thumbs down again. So I'm probably gonna activate it on what's it called? The 1st. So that's gonna be what day? So today's the 31st. So tomorrow I'll do it. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. I just didn't want to charge me a full month for one day. I don't know if it would do that. Does anyone know that? I know that's tomorrow. Does anyone know if that would charge me a full month if I did it tonight? But yes, I will do a premium, and I will do the annual. I don't want to call it a guarantee. So it's $74.99 if you go month to month. If you do a 1-year commitment, I said it wrong prior video. If you do a commitment for a year, it's $59.99. Left Hook Larry says he learned that he can't print GSP labels from your phone. Really? That's interesting. I didn't know that. Yeah, I didn't know that at all. When I first started, I panicked because I couldn't print GSP labels from iPhone, took it to the post office and shipped it like an idiot. Yeah, not just you, but just in general. If you have an eBay and you're selling on eBay, ship it through the computer and then take it and drop it off. You're losing money if you can do it right. People don't have the ability to print labels. I'll have to do it, but yeah, once you're selling more than 2 items a day, it's going to be a pain to ship it all to the post office. Let's see what else. Finally got a couple of lots to bid on, and my code is expired. Oh no, you waited too long. Should be prorated on the premium store. Okay, maybe I'll wait anyway. What is the buyout? What do you mean buyout? 01 Wolf, we're going to do another one for November, so we'll do another drawing. What did I miss? What's a buyout? Let's see, what else do we have, guys? Demir, hopefully you get that lot fixed. So it looks like you had 2 top items missing. 1 item was switched. The low end, many just junk, and lot was returned. It was 13 items. Ooh, a low item box. That's tough. Hopefully they resolve it for you. I'm going to ask the next question. What seller was it? And what warehouse? I'm assuming it was Indiana, since we were talking about Indiana earlier. Did Steve and Steph ever use their code? I don't think so. I haven't heard from them in a while. They're doing a lot of their offer up and stuff. They've been pretty busy. Oh, if you default on the premium store. Yeah, I don't know what the buyout is. Someone commented in the group, in the Facebook group, Liquidation OH, that you'll pay the penalty, but I'm not sure what the penalty is. So yeah. Now, someone posted in a comment today that you can leave bulk feedback. Once you go and is a feedback form, and then you go and click through all the things that need feedback, and you could leave the same feedback for everybody you clicked on. I need to check that out tonight. You don't pay a penalty if you upgrade, correct? Oh, Amazon seller, okay. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna do. I mean, $60. I'm paying 25 now, and I'm probably paying close to over 60, but right now, because I'm still at 400 and how many listings am I at? eBay love. What do you mean eBay loves upgrades? What's that mean? Does it mean I can get more stuff? Yeah, auto feedback in the premium store. Here, let me show you. So I've been consistently close to 450 this month, so I think I've overused my insertion amounts. I'm hitting 20 cents for a bunch. So I think I wasted a ton of money this month. So let's see. Ooh, I sold 4 things. So I'm at 424 listings. See if I can. They love it when you upgrade and you give them more money to a bigger store. What are they going to do for me? I know I get a bigger coupon, a couple more access things. But do I get a special badge? So there. So if you can see, oops, see if I can. Well, I can't even. There we go. 424 listings. So I'm close to 10 grand. I'm trying to work up to 10 grand for my 60-day total. I'm close. Last night helped, but I'm close. Nothing, take your money. Yeah, they want to take my money. They've been taking it. You get more tape. Yeah, that's true. So yeah, if it's Larry asked about goals last night. Larry, that was a I like their tape. Their tape's pretty good actually. I'm only in my first roll. It's kind of thin, but I like it. It fits nice. Maybe it's just me. But I've been thinking today about the Uncle Sam will love you. Yes, he will. So I've been thinking a lot today about goals, right? So I'm trying to think. Okay, well, trying to do short term versus long term. So short term, I think I want to get to 500 listings and get to 10 grand on 60 day. And then, I wasn't bragging. I'm just showing you. We're talking about goals. Someone asked about goals yesterday, so I'm answering their question. So about 500 listings. I think longer term, try to get to 1,000 and try and get more stuff moved. So yeah. All right, guys. What else we have? Anything else you guys learned? Something learned that I didn't hit? I mean, we're learning every day. Oh no, I'm not doing that. No way, Monica. I'm just telling you my goals. I'm still a lowly seller. I'm only basic store now. Come on. I think Demir would have me beat anyway. Yeah, snap. Oh snap. So yeah, that's what I learned. I mean, I appreciate everyone helping out with the questions and helping me with the questions. So, all right, guys and girls, I appreciate coming on. I want to give you a couple tips what I learned. But you guys helped me learn some things I didn't know about. You guys are teaching me, so appreciate the help. I9 anyone? I learned Monica doesn't like the taste of cough syrup. Monica doesn't like the taste. That's funny. Update. I bought 2 more lots today. Low price lots. Base was 180 on one and 160 on the other. Monica loves all of us. Nice. All right, everyone. Thanks for coming on. I will show you my 2 lots I get this week. I'm hopefully going to get them probably, what's it, Tuesday? I'll probably get them Thursday. I'll show you those. I still have this little box here. I kind of cheated and opened it just so I can do something with one of my other items, which I'll talk about tomorrow. But I'll show you that tomorrow, that box, and then I'll show you some of the other stuff that's sold. And then hopefully we can get some more on, and Monica can get better, come back, and we can get maybe Scott back on. I need other people. Who else wants to come on? We need to get a little group of us going. Yeah, Monica, we have to do something, Monica. Keep your listing your stuff. Yeah, so I need more people. Who else wants to come on? Scott, we need to get you back on. So just shoot me a message if you want to come on. Donna, I'll get your stuff out tomorrow if you're still here. And we'll do something soon in terms of listing or another challenge to get people motivated and having fun. But yeah, Demir and Adam need to get on. I agree. All right, everyone. That's for real. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks for coming on. See ya.